Hello, my name is Leopoldo Palma, and I will be showcasing my level. Here inside Jurassic Apex, I made the Arrival level. In this Arrival level, the player gets dropped off at an island, um, which basically the player has to get to a train station in order to get further into the game. For the level and flow, the player will be able to gather information at the beginning of this level. Um, Either through voice recordings or maybe some journals, and the player will get some back history on the entire history of this whole island, with the dinosaurs and what happened here. There will be some hard gates, so the players will have to be introduced with and practice interaction with collectible items, kind of like badges. For the visual cohesion, the world assets and environment will follow a theme of beach, landing, military-style equipment. So we have some connexes so far. We have a helicopter. We have maybe like a military jeep here. Then we have a tent. We got these lights. For the player choices, the player will have the choice to either fight dinosaurs or use flashlights, collect items, or combat the player. The player can choose to use barrels to damage dinosaurs or not. And then for the player feedback, it will have audios at some point. Hopefully the player hurts. You can implement a player hurt grunt, player death sounds, gunshot sounds, explosions, dinosaurs dying. For the gameplay progression, the player will be able to understand how to use objects in the environment to their advantage by the end of the level. So now let's get into this level. The player arrives here at the tent and they start gathering all their equipment. We have some dialogue here, and then the player can come to this recorder and interact.
Detective,
And they will get
you've
this,
been dropped on the island.
this
Directive
voice
is
recording
clear.
that'll tell them
Make it to
what to do.
That's your only way forward. Listen
Their
carefully.
objective is to make it to the
Raptors
train.
have been sighted roaming nearby. They're fast, smart, and they hunt in packs.
Here's
Keep
the
your guard
raptors
up.
right now.
Your flashlight. It's not reliable.
Here's the
When
flashlight.
it starts to flicker, that means it's running low. You'll need to find spare batteries. We managed to stash some in scattered buildings, but that's the best we can provide. Use them. Stay sharp, detective. Good luck out there, and let us know when you make it.
So the player just killed a dinosaur right now, and as soon as we went into the building, the sound decreased because that's how it probably should work. And it's set up like that for most buildings that or for all buildings. The player goes in. So we have one of the main rooms here. We're gonna close this door just to prevent any dinosaurs from hitting the player. Here we have some dinosaurs on the screen. We got a camera, we got a gate, and at the beginning of the level, the player was able to actually see that gate. And then the player will try to put in a code. And if they hit the wrong one, they won't be able to pass it. So then the player will have to try and find the code for that. There was a dinosaur that came in. It's gonna hurt the player. Now the player's gonna look for that code. There we go. We got a kill on the dinosaur. Player can come this way, maybe look for a code. Now we need a badge over here. So now the player can come out, and we'll come to this other building. As you can see, my flashlight died, so I need to find some batteries. I'm unable to use it. So we're gonna try to find some batteries in here. Now we can finally use it again. And then the player will come in here. We'll find some dinosaurs. Make sure that there's no more in the building. Now the player will be able to get that code here. They can go back and open that room or open the gate. And then the player also picked up a badge, and the badge is optional for the player or the badge access room. As you can see, the flashlight is flickering on and off. Now the player can open it, and it's just another weapon in here if the player wants to pick it up. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna input that code, solve the rest of the puzzle. Gonna turn it, and we're gonna test it. Now we can see on the camera that the gate opened. The player will now exit. We're gonna head towards the gate, trying to avoid any dinosaurs. Trying to kill any dinosaurs in our path. And they will automatically go to the player on site. Alright, there we go. There's another one that ambushed the player. Now we ran out of batteries. We got two dinosaurs that just came out of nowhere. And we have one more that's coming. We're gonna heal up here. So we see some doors over here. Now the player's gonna try to come out. Oh, we need a badge, so we can't go in through there. Go out through there. There, we're going here. Hopefully there's no dinosaurs. There was at least one. Here we're practicing and mastering the badge mechanic. We also have the batteries, and by this time the player should already understand how to use batteries. And once we get over here, we're able to actually get out of the level and finish the game. The lose condition for this game is just the player dying, and the win condition is making it to the train, as the player heard earlier. And that is pretty much it for my level. And I'll pass it on to the next one.
Hello, my name is Michael White, and this is my walkthrough of my level prototype for Milestone 2. As you can see, this is the depot for Perforce. The project is Milestone 2 final build and the exe file. So I'll open that here. While that is opening, the game loop requirements for this is going to be the placeholder assets of the block mesh level structure, which I'll show when we load the level. If we go to level select here, you'll see the hatchery, which was my level, and it starts out in front of this bunker here. The core design pillars for this is the area environment, which we'll show within the level. The win-loss condition. The win condition is going to be a download that is going to be at the end of the level, which I'll go over that again when we reach that point. And the loss condition is going to be on death from the dinosaurs, which I will show at the start of this video so that way you can see it and how that works and how we can restart back to the beginning of the level. As far as the level principles to demonstrate for player choices, of flow and pacing, the player will first find the entrance to an underground lab. This was placed underground to prevent a dinosaur breakout. After descending a staircase, the player will find themselves inside the lab, where they will find various rooms, eventually leading to the main hatchery lab. They will encounter multiple dinosaurs hiding in rooms while making their way to the main hatchery, where they will locate the data center that they must extract the data from. The structure of the level will be linear in nature, and a keycard will be needed to be found within a room in order to grant the player access to the laboratory. This will require the player to explore in order to reach the end of the level. So as you can see here, for this, normally the player would already have a weapon, so this would not normally be here, but I placed a weapon for the demonstration purposes. When you come down here, you can see that there's a light leading towards the door. We can interact here, and when you come inside, you can see statues and the emergency lighting that we talked about. Here in visual cohesion, as the power is off within the level, emergency lights will be the primary lighting for this level. Bright lights will be used to attract the player's attention to important items or points of interest. The colors of the walls will be dark to not reflect lighting too much into the rooms. This will all fit into the eerie environment design pillar, using the environment to create a feeling of vulnerability and suspense. For player choices, a large choice the player will have is the ability to explore the laboratory to find a way to turn the power back on. This will provide the player with more vision as they will move throughout the level. Should the player choose to not complete this task, they are still able to traverse the level in the dark, eerie setting, and the player will also have the option to complete some of the repair mini games to provide themselves access to secret rooms, which will contain consumables and other items. So, as for now, we're going to just come up to this door here, and you can see that there's a dinosaur inside of there. We'll open this up, and I'll let them kill me just so we can see the loss condition currently attacking us. You'll see it on the health bar. Health bar drops to 0 and we die. So we're able to hit the restart here, and this will start us back at the beginning of the level. So now as we come back down here, I'm going to make my way over to that room again. And we will open this door and we will kill them. As we come into here, we'll be able to find the headlamp here, which we can now attach with F and press G. We can search around the room for a little bit, and you can see there's a health pack here, and we have a switch here that we can now press. We will turn the flashlight off, as the flashlight has a battery time limit on it. So we'll come through here. There's not really anything in this room. This is more of just a hallway. This is the hatchery. As you can see, you can't open the door here yet. We need to find that key card that we talked about. For gameplay progression, the player will experience a form of progression by the end of the level by learning about the different dinosaurs they will encounter on the island from the information they gather in the hatchery. They will also learn how to repair the most difficult of assets through introduction. And for player feedback, as the player traverses the level, dinosaurs will be doing the same. These dinosaurs will be rummaging through things throughout the lab in an attempt to find food. The player will hear sounds of items falling as they approach certain rooms. Dinosaurs calls out as each across the lab, blood trails leading into the rooms that may or may not contain enemies, as well as audio prompts when they interact with certain assets through the level to alert them that something happened. For example, we'll show here with the door. We can press this, and the dinosaur happened to walk by. He sees us now, so we can kill him. There should be one more in here. Yep, there he is. We'll kill him, and we'll keep moving. Right here is the access key. We'll grab this. And we can open this door as well, and we can press this switch, which there are a total of 3 switches that need to be pressed in order to be able to turn the lights back on. Right now, we can currently walk in there. I'm going to go get the power turned on first, but there is an entire left section to the building here. As you can see, this is another office building. We will open this, and to the right here is our last switch, which you'll get an audio prompt showing that you've hit all the switches. Now we're able to walk over here. You can see that there's another dinosaur in there. He's looking at us through the door. And it should just be the one that's in here. So we have a med hit here. We found one earlier. We're going to press our 1 key, get our health back up. We can grab another med kit from here. And now you can see all 3 green lights are on, showing that the power has been restored to the generator. Now we just need to turn it on. We'll turn it on, and now the lights turn on. So now we can see everything in here. You cannot access this room from that way as there are tables blocking it. We'll come through here, and this is where we'll open the lab. Have a couple dinosaurs we got to take care of here, little compies. Should be another couple in here. And this is where we have our download for our data files right here as you walk up to it. Once this interacts, all the doors to the hatchery that are not open will open. And they will remain stuck in the open position, and dinosaurs will continuously spawn until the data file continues to extract. And once it's at 100% completion, we come over and collect it, and the level will end. Just want to give a little shout out to these capsules that I made here. I thought they were pretty sweet. Proud of those.
Unauthorized download in progress.
As you can see, the download bar here showing the player how close they are to finishing. Dinosaurs are starting to spawn. Here they come. And we're done. And this will be our win condition. I did not make it to where they can extract and leave, as this level will be added to another level underneath. The bunker that we saw at the beginning will make it to where the player can discover this and walk down into this section. So I left it here for now, so that way we can see that the full loop has been completed. That is all I have left. I am going to go back to the main menu now just so you can see. And I appreciate it, and have a good day.
Hello everyone, my name is Justin Pro. I'm on the team SmallIndieCoCo. Our game is Jurassic Apex. As you can see here in Depot Perk Force, final upload right here. Go ahead and open it. Come to level, and then my level is called Breakout. So my level is based around the dinosaurs have basically escaped the facility. You have to make it through this compound to the other side, and that's your win condition. There's going to be buttons you have to press, doors you have to open, and you have to do them in sequence in order to um, get to the final area. So there's going to be dinosaurs that'll watch you and follow you, and then you just basically have to make it to the end of the level, and that's the win condition. So as you can see here, there's been a containment breach. Use the console to enter the yard. Right, so we'll come over here to the yard. Just for sake of time, I'm going to. So this says gather your supplies from the table before you proceed. Right here on the table we have our headlamp and our pistol, but just to get through the level, we're gonna go ahead and open things up. So you're gonna come here, make your way across the compound. So as you can see, um, this is blocked off over here. If you look through there, you can kind of see the feet of a T-Rex over there. You got these trees here that kind of block our path, another shipping container style here, and then some of our dinosaurs. As you can see, there's not a whole lot of dinosaurs over here, but they become more numerous as you move through the level. But as you can tell, over here past the dinosaurs, there is an open door. That's going to be an optional path. There's more dinosaurs in there, and that's kind of where they broke out of, and they entered this compound facility. As you can see over here, there's a light above this door, and the door is open, right? So we're gonna move in here. As you can see, there's a few dinosaurs in here, flickering lights, and in here you can see that another button. And then we move out here. It kind of has a flow of you can't go that way, but as you look across, there's another open door. Before I pressed that button, that door was actually closed and it would not open up. The visual themes, right? So this is based around a compound for dinosaurs. So if you've ever seen like Jurassic Park or Jurassic World where they have those environments where the dinosaurs roam, this is kind of like a facility area for research purposes, right? So they broke out of those research areas. This is where they grow their trees for the compound. They do research on the trees. These shipping containers over here are for the bigger dinosaurs and whatnot. It's how they got them here. It's kind of like a storage style area, but it has, like I said, they broke out, and there's actually another facility on the backside. You can see past this building over here, and you'll see it when I move to the next area. So we'll move through here. You can kind of see those other dinosaurs over there. T-Rex up over there kind of being blocked out. As you can see, you can't go this way. It's blocked off for that flow. So we'll move into here. There's a few dinosaurs in here. We're just gonna move past them. It's dark, so you got to use that flicker. Open this other door. You can hear it opening. Go ahead and move past them again. And then that difficulty, right, is the amount of dinosaurs changes, right? So in the first building we had a couple, there's like five or so over there, and then there's three or four in this building, and then we have to make it to the exit over here. And you can kind of see the path, the dinosaurs are on this side, so it's kind of blocking you from going that way, and then the trees kind of flow this way. There's another facility over there for that optional path. For player feedback, we have different other mechanics in the game. You got your sprint. Um, these dinosaurs will chase you. Um, the gates open and they don't close, but they open when the buttons are pressed. Um, the game is meant to get harder because the dinosaurs are meant to get more numerous to where you have to get through more of them. Um, Ultimate goal here is to be able to use that pistol and either kill them or get away from them, and then have the T-Rex chase me. As you can see, I don't have that in here yet, but I'm working towards it. And then there you go. You have your success. You have successfully escaped the compound. Alternative solutions. One of my teammates made a uh, a puzzle with the gates. It's a repair system. It's something that I would like to incorporate into the game. Um, Visual themes. We have these gates that kind of show this compound. You have those uh those facilities, the storage area, the main building that opens the final gate. Um, you have your interactions with the items on the table. Granted, I didn't show that. I can actually go ahead and show that. Go ahead and show that here, where you pick up pistol and the headband or the light. The light will turn on. Uh, Interact with the different um, consoles. Fire your gun. Um, and those are just the different interactions. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time. Thank you.